Hello, and welcome back to How I Compose Music. I'm your host, Christopher Paul, and this is part 4 in a series, new project demo composition. So, I'm going to delve right into it. Let's see. This is where I left off last time, and these are the notated, it's the notated result of the trajectories that I had drawn on graph paper. And what I wanted to do here was I wanted to create a contrapuntal line. And I was kind of toying around with that last time in part 3 where I left off, but essentially, like, all I did was, what I ended up doing was copy this like that, and invert it around C chromatically, allowing double accidentals. And I get something like that. And at this point, I could play around with octaves, see? And so I kind of followed that pattern through, right? And I ended up getting this. And like here, I had this moved down for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's like, I think I wanted to move the entire, bass clef down. So I ended up doing something like that, but yeah, essentially, I mean, like, this is the result of it. You know, and it kind of looks like a, like some of these are just black, but a lot of them are colored as a result of the trajectories that I had used. So if you follow the colored patterns, it's like it goes like this, you know, and then the black patterns are like total opposite like that. And when you look at it that way, it sort of reminds me like kind of like a DNA strain. You know, because this is basically forming the DNA of my music right here, and y'all will find out why. But here's what it sounds like played. I'll only play a little bit. Wow, that's really low in volume there. Keep in mind, I'm using a, I got a Shure SM57 for my voice, hooked up to a Boss Digital 8-track, and I got my PC going for my interface into the 8-track as well. So I don't, my sound quality isn't absolutely optimal at the moment, but that's what I did anyway. Well, here's what I did next here. I stripped away all of the accidentals. Like here, all these sharps and flats, double flats or whatever. I stripped them away. So here's what this sounds like. Okay. Kind of riding the input volume on on my 8-track there, so. You know, and I had my interface cranked up all the way, so I'm not getting a lot of sound out of that. This is just straight MIDI coming from Sibelius. So anyway, I had taken what I did, and this was the next step. I put them all in the same clef, so I can focus on the intervals themselves. So I tried to keep like where these two meet, these are the basic ends where they're closest within each measure, right? I did that for each measure. And I just tried to keep that here, tried to keep them as close together. And this doesn't really show that. This is just kind of like the rough in-between stage, what I'm showing you here. This is what I ended up doing. I did end up like moving them closer together, then I filled in the notes. So I had to make sure that they were either like all on a line or like on a space, basically. But I condensed everything down, and some of these are just fell on the note C. And what I've made here is a harmonic matrix based on the intervals that I weave together, as I've just demonstrated. But right now, it's like here I have a 7th chord, you know, then I have a triad, then a dyad, and then I don't know what you'd call this, a unison. I don't know what that would be. It's really just like one note, but you know, then another triad, 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 unison, dyad, dyad, 7, 7. Triad, dyad, unison, triad, 7. Then you get a 9th chord, then an 11th chord, then a 13th chord. And these are starting to look like sigma. But basically, what I've done here is create just a harmonic matrix of what I wanted to do. And in the next step, all I did was I took all of the similar. Let me take a step back. Like these are similar, 6 and 7, and 8, 9, and 10 are similar. It's the same thing. All I did was in the next step is just to connect them. And noting what this is, it goes a rhythm like this would be like 1, and then these 3 are connected, so that would be 3. So it's like 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1, and I did like that. And here's the result on graph paper. I graphed it out. I'm going to need this to create melody and counterpoint. I'm only creating here a harmonic matrix, and here it is. Here's my graphed out harmonic matrix. And you can see I have the pitches here on the left. Here's middle C on a piano, or C4 for y'all keyboard enthusiasts. It's the same thing. But this is like a piano. This is the lowest note on a piano. It's a standard piano. It's A0, right? It goes all the way up to C8. And this is middle C. And by this up here, it's like 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's the same thing as I have here. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I just copied the rhythm of the graph here, and I like defined them vertically, and then I drew them in horizontally. Right? Can everybody see that? Can you see that? It's hard to. It's in gold, so it might be hard to see. If I zoom in, I mean, this is like the microscopic view that I used. This is where I was actually drawing things. It got this close. Let me see. But in this next step here, I stripped the vertical lines away from that, and I'm left with just this. This is essentially the harmonic matrix. This is it. And this is where I'm going to be drawing lines of trajectory to create melody and counterpoint. And not so much chords. The chords have already been laid out. Like these would be the chords that I'm using, but I don't have to use all the notes. I mean, there's special rules to do that. I don't even want to. I might show them in the next lesson. It's right out of the Schiller textbook. So I mean, he gives you like a chart on like how to use these. I'll show them in the next episode, part 5. But I'm going to have to leave off here while I decide what I want to do about the trajectories that I'm using. Let me see. Well, let me see. Bear with it. It's just plain graph paper. There it is. Here we go. These are the trajectories that I had used, and I didn't come up with them on the spot. I mean, I came up with them from this, and this one on graph paper. All this is a selected wave of the recording I made from this. Well, here's the video. Right? And here's the wave. It's the same sound without the video. Okay? And then I put it in Reaper, and I end up stretching it out to this. And this is where I snapped the photo from. Okay? It's really this. It's a selection of the entire wave file. It's not the entire wave file. It's just a selection of it. I thought this would be interesting. I don't need to play that. You know, and it just got up to the point. You know, and then I did this. And this is where I drew my trajectories. See? Just tracing the sine wave. And I did this. You know, and all of that got represented like this. See? It's like each step I take advances on the last. But I'm only dealing with macro concepts. I mean, I'm only making small decisions. But every time I make a decision, the whole entire work is affected. So, I'm just honing in on just trying to simplify things and trying to advance what I'm doing is all. So, yep, I guess I'm going to have to continue this in part 5. Well, if you did happen to like the video, well then click the like button and subscribe if you'd like to, or hit the notification bell and share it, or drop a comment, or whatever you'd like to do. You know, help the algorithm out. Okay, well, I'll be back in part 5. All right.